Welcome back here, 2024 NXL Las Vegas Major at Craig Ranch Park. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Rich Telford here on GoSports.com. Houston Heat taking on the MLKings and Edmonton Impact taking on SD Aftermath. Battle going down on center court right now. Houston Heat warmed up with a win against Uprising. Pretty solid win there. A few mistakes, but looking like Houston Heat.
Yeah.
And after their performance at World Cup, where they didn't win a game, and as the most consistent team that didn't win a team last year, they are out for blood at this one. MLKings had a real rough go of against PB Fit, where they lost 6-0, so they definitely have a lot of changes that they need to make. MLKings going to be starting from the blue side, and Houston Heat striking first. First ball to come off. 5-on-4 situation here, Rich.
Houston Heat, first team to apply a breakout where they threw nobody on the top side on the break. All 5 guys were centered this way, and then fill out afterwards. It did get them a kill, and then they have a 5-on-4 advantage here. So
yeah, and they went breakout. They went incredibly heavy guns.
Yeah, 5 guns on the break basically.
It worked out, though. Did present an advantage. I mean, then the question is, can you move up? Oh, and they get another kill as well, too. So MLKings down to 3.
Thank you very, very much for whoever brought us donuts and coffee. Matt and I both appreciate it. I hope Matt gave you the $100. If not, I will get that for him and bring it to you.
Yeah, shout out to BioWorks. If you need an IV here at the site.
Yeah, that is so cool. I wish I would have heard about that a lot earlier. That's like the coolest thing. They didn't have that in our day. We'd have felt a lot fresher.
So now Houston Heat gets Tyler Harmon into their snake. He's going to crawl all the way up here. Bottom of your screen is going to get to that crucial wedge. And he can wrap around, start getting kills from that spot. He's going to check off inside first, though.
Yeah, still a 5-on-3 advantage here for Houston Heat. Oh, he gets another kill, Matty, so 5-on-2 now.
Yeah, Rodriguez taking the walk. And not looking good here for the MLKings, as they're going to be losing that back corner bunker. And they're going to get a concession, though they still had one body left alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I like that game plan from Houston Heat.
I just
5 guns up off the break.
In all the practices and all the practice videos I watched from all the other teams, I never saw that breakout.
Well, they did so they went heavy guns at 3 backs, but then also another guy on a blind zone and then an immediate launch.
Yep.
So they kind of got the best of both worlds. They got that kill off the break, heavy guns off the break, but they didn't just take all the back spots. They launched and released from that spot.
Well, and that D side is the side that's harder to get to. That small temple and that little cake are a little bit farther out, so that's a little harder to get to. So by not risking anybody there, putting an extra gun on that side, it just gave them a huge advantage. It was a great breakout.
Yeah, and if you guys are tuning in on social media, please head on over to GoSports.com. We got documentary features, live shows, and the best paintball players in the world battling out in the NXL all season long. GoSports.com. We need you guys' support. We're trying to build the best show we can, but without your support, we can't do it.
Aftermath losing their first attacker on the top side of the field, taking the walk from that small temple. 5-on-4 advantage here for Impact.
Yeah,
Impact with 4 across the back line.
Yeah, 4 across the back line and rolling their guns nicely. I mean,
it's one thing Impact is always doing really good is shooting their guns and communicating. That's definitely a staple of that team. Good release there on the top side for Impact. Getting to that second Dorito over there.
Yeah, during the big practice they have with Dynasty and Infamous, where they're really focusing on communication. They were having some hard times with communication.
Yeah. I was really hurt that you were in Northern California and you didn't stop by. You were literally like
I drove
10 feet from my house.
Up to 5.
Whatever, dude. I mean, I wasn't there. I was in Texas, but still. I feel like you should have come by, said hi. The dog misses you.
The dog almost killed me. Mike Urena now hitting the deck and getting up. They're bottom of your screen, and they also have that body up in the Impact was just great.
All 3, yeah, 3 on the 40-yard line for Impact. I'm really interested to see how Mikey Arena develops now with these playing with Impact. Like, this is kind of his second big team, second bigger opportunity. Did really well for Dynasty. It's interesting to see what Bart and Dave can kind of get him, to that next level, whatever that level is.
Another body coming off right now for Aftermath.
Yeah, Aftermath just stayed in the pocket for too long, Matt. You cannot survive in the pocket with people on bow tapes, right?
Yeah, last player getting diced up, and that is going to do it here in point number 1. Yeah, full field press, full court attack from Edmonton Impact. Good job by Urena and was that Reeser over there on their D side. Reeser had a couple good ones in that first game. Urena getting lots of spins. That's what he wanted, go to another top team.
Yeah.
After cutting your teeth with Dynasty, help win some tournaments and win an MVP. Now Houston Heat come back out after that. See what they do game plan-wise here with Coach Ryan Smith. And there's Harris Hussein. Let's listen in real quick.
Kyle Berry. Okay. Hey, dig deep, tuck in like tits.
There you have it. Tuck in like tits.
Houston Heat now on the blue side, MLKings on the red side. Both teams doubling up that back center. Going to see a lot of that, as we already have.
Yep, both teams 5 wide, Maddie. Both teams playing outside, inside.
A little bit better field position for Heat as they wrist a body a little bit farther into that insert bunker, that Dorito on the towards their snake side.
Yeah, I like that because almost no one's getting shot going there. It seems like it's harder to get to the corner or even sometimes to that little temple than it is to get to that Dorito.
Ooh, but Chad George, a little bit too far out of that spot, losing a gunfight, getting shot cross field.
Ryan Moorhead releasing from the back center to the wing on this side of the field. One's closest to us. 4 on 5 advantage here for MLKings. MLKings still have 2 in the back center, staying way too long in the back center.
Yeah,
Can't see who those 2 players are for the Kings.
Yeah, they have that body out in their D2 position. So with the death of Chad George, that's going to be a pretty nice spot. And he's going to get a little help. MLKings filter.
Oh, Kyle Berry gets out there and immediately catches one.
Yeah, it's a tough death for Kyle. He made it to a spot
Yeah,
clean.
he had to get out of there. He understood that, so he made a great move to get out of there. But once he got there, he looked into the first paintball that was shot his way.
Looks like he got shot more than once, too.
Well, I didn't want to, throw fire on the fire. But, yeah, he got shot quite a few times.
4-on-4 situation. Even up on the body count.
I love the Houston Heat guys in the pocket over here. You can see that they're having those micro conversations like, hey, what do you got? What can I do to support you? Where should I go? Ryan Moorhead repositions as looks like Ronnie Dizon.
Yeah, Ronnie Dizon
takes
taking
the
the walk. So now down to just
bad
3.
death there for Ronnie.
Yeah, so Moorhead in a pretty good spot up in that middle, but he doesn't have, well, he does have a little bit of help. Connor Kelly's looking like he wants to filter out that way. Connor's that back Hertz can. He's wondering where he wants to move.
There's a lot of guys I would like to see in that back center can. Connor Kelly is not one of the guys I want to see in that back center can.
Yeah, things are not going well for Heat if Connor Kelly's in the back center.
He is pissing me. It's like seeing you in a snake, right? It's like, oh my God, what's gone wrong?
Sam Monville's still alive, though, at that tower. Sorry, at the can.
In the corner?
Yeah.
Yep. And Connor fills out his way into the small temple that way. 3 on
4.
4 still advantage for the Kings.
Yeah, so Connor Kelly, Sam Monville here on your screen, and Connor just got out of that Hertz back center in the Aztec now, and his body language is telling me he wants to get across Sam's lane and get into the snake. So he's going to get into the insert bunker. He's going to go actually right past, go into the snake. Connor Kelly playing offense right now in a low body situation.
I don't know if you've noticed this or not, Mag, but the back center guy from MLKings has been shooting this way the whole game, and there's no players for Houston Heat on this side of the field.
Yeah, it's just some miscommunication.
Yeah, he thinks there's somebody, I guess, in one of those Dorito corners, and he's pumping his gun and talking to guys that they just missed the memo that there's nobody out there. The closest guy to him is Ryan Moorhead in the center of the field.
Anytime, Rich, you're in a high body situation, you're playing one of the top teams, you have to win that one.
Yeah.
You can't lose 4-on-3s against Houston Heat if you want to win the game.
And on this field, that back center is a transitional bunker, right? You're only really there to stay alive on the break, and then you got to get out of there. And if you can't go that way, then you got to go this way. Oh, man. As soon as the ML King player over here someone's got, oh, yeah.
It's Connor Kelly.
Yeah. He's up in the snake, just topside, gets 3 kills, destroys whoever was the back center there from MLKings.
That might be on the list, too.
Yeah, he got 4. He got 3 there.
Yeah, and nice finish from Ryan Moorhead. But, Ryan was in that good spot in the middle, but the MLKings just didn't do anything with their body advantage. They allowed Connor Kelly time. Sam Monville holding it down, gunfighting back over there, and then they allowed Connor Kelly time to get a read on it, figure out where he needed to go, didn't put enough pressure on him, makes his way in a snake, and then just gets 3 kills, and then a little finish there from Ryan Moorhead. So
that's a great play to watch to know how not to play this field or play a field, because what happened is they had the back center guy and the wing guy both just dumping paint onto this corner, but there were no Houston Heat players in this corner. So you had basically 2 guys that were just completely out of play shooting their guns because they just didn't know where the guys were.
If we're looking at overall so far best points of the prelim or moves, going for that $500 courtesy at Pate Smith Law, that's on the list because you're in a low body situation. You're in the back. Connor started in the back center. He had to make about 5 or 6 different moves to put himself in a position to get those kills.
Yep.
Let's have a fucking match, Brian.
Yeah, he worked hard.
Yeah, let's listen in real quick. Aftermath down by 1.
Oh, shit.
Always parental advisory when we cut to this audio.
Great shot of that Hertz can. Don't forget to get your discount on Hertz rental cars, courtesy of the NXL.
Clock has stopped. Might be on some sort of technical timeout here. Looking over in the Heat pit, this is giving them a little bit more time to do some homework and collab with Coach Ryan Smith. Everyone is huddled around the clipboard currently. Aftermath just staring down the field at Impact, who's up by 1.
Hey, yo, find out where Cornell's lining up.
Yeah, I'd like to see, and this is just me, but I'd like to see Aftermath come with a little more offense. Like, I've seen those kids play in practice. They got a lot of young, fast, aggressive kids.
If he lines up on the black,
this is one of those fields where it pays off.
If he lines up on the black, he goes to the fucking Delta. Up from B? No, fucking from Utah and up.
So they're both gonna try to go out.
No, he'll delay.
No, but I think it's Zupa out there.
Okay.
Well, they're trying to figure out who and where, right? Hey, where's Cornell?
Yep.
Tell me where Cornell's going to be. Who's going that? Is a Zupa going that side? Know thy enemy, man, and that's good. You want it. That's the type of talk you want to be hearing. Figuring out, hey, they've obviously done their homework.
Yeah, and dialing in those little nuances on the breakout, right? Like, hey, if that guy takes 2 steps this way or 1 step this way, it makes a big difference, right? So how do we shift our guns based on what we've seen him do so far?
Yeah, and certain guys run certain routes. Sometimes they'll put a guy in, he runs a certain type of route, or he'll run that route 60, 70% of the time.
Yeah.
Just gives you a little bit of that informational edge. So it looks like, yeah, it's Zupa, Laval, Zach Yakimek, JC, Justin Cornell, and who's that 5th body?
Probably Trevor.
Yeah, I think it's Trevor.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Impact on the blue side. Big bite for Impact and a big bite for Aftermath. Aftermath going to be losing a body though, but the big bite going to the insert bunker snake side for both squads. Impact filtering a body up after doubling up that Hertz can. 4-on-5 situation in favor of Impact still as, yeah, Cornell, look at Cornell. Cornell all the way at the wedge already. He's at this is the spot you want to get in. This is the work you're trying to do, get to this spot. If you wrap around, you really start putting the pressure on your opponents, and it gives your teammates a lot of freedom.
Yeah, really the only thing you can do there, Matty, is hope that your guy's doing the same thing on the other tape and pushing through, right? Because you're at an advantage with that gunfight.
And we can see in our illustration that's what Aftermath was trying to do, but they lose that body from Snake 2. And with no pressure on the rest of the players of Impact coming from Aftermath Snake side, that's going to be a problem for them because JC also has a teammate with him in there as well too. And with the lead too, you know, JC does not have to risk anything here. As long as they're telling him the count and where the bodies are, he can just chill in the spot for a little bit and he's head checking. Just trying to be as tight as he possibly can, be that thorn.
Just play smart paintball and absorb, right?
Yeah.
Absorb. You talked earlier about pressure, and part of pressure is absorbing pressure, right? If you've got 3 guns on you, and you can keep all 3 of those guys engaged with you and communicate that those 3 guns are on you, that's a huge benefit.
Absolutely, and you see the effect of that pressure there as the body's getting clipped out for Aftermath. Couldn't get tight enough in that spot, feeling that pressure. So Impact going to cruise to another point here. Beautiful job, Nick Laval and JC, Justin Cornell. Getting some help. Yeah, solid point for pretty much everyone who played that one for Impact. They shot the early body, made the most of it. JC got in his position, played intelligently in there, didn't risk anything, didn't get foolish. Smart paintball.
Impact's really good at not making mistakes.
Yeah. When they're primed to win, I mean, look at what, Cup, they go all the way to the finals. Lose to Dynasty, close match. But they play a particular brand of typical, but it's also, they may make a mistake here or there, but they plug holes quickly. The top teams do that. Teams that win tournaments, they do all the things right. They're elite for a reason.
They understand how to win, and they understand the risk reward.
They're a threat to shoot bodies on the break. This is all the top teams. Threat to shoot bodies on the break. Don't die to the spots too often. When they do get to good spots, they make intelligent decisions. And if mistakes are made, their ones are closer, or twos are closer to ones, and then they plug holes, and they can pull back low body situations.
Yep. Rarely miss their shots.
Yeah. Houston Heat now doubling up that back center.
Chad George right into the bottom snake here. Snake 3 on the break.
MLKings taking the 2 bodies, taking the walk. 3 bodies. Yeah, Rich, it's not looking good again here.
Unless you're a Houston Heat fan, then it's looking real good,
I
Matty.
was going to say it's not looking good for MLKings. Looking outstanding for Houston Heat.
Can't see who it is in the back center for the Kings, but he's in a tough spot.
Yes, Tyler Harmon's wrapping around. He has to hide right now or he's going to get shot by Tyler.
Or Chad.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So Tyler's behind Chad.
Yeah. Yeah, Chad was there on the break and then immediately. This is this could be a real good field for Houston Heat just because they love that fast, aggressive style. And if you can get outside the pocket on this side and they can't, then it's very conducive to a fast point, fast match.
here's a sad fact so far.
I don't want to hear
You're-
anything sad in my morning, okay?
Well, it's we're getting to the afternoon almost, man. We only got
okay.
a half hour
all right.
left in the morning.
Hit me with the solemnness.
Well, the solemn fact for the MLKings is that they have not scored a point in this tournament yet.
Ooh.
They got skunked by
You're right, that
by
is
PB
sad.
Fit, and they are now 0-3 against Houston Heat.
It's almost like they're cursed. Man, I hope they can pull it out.
Yeah, it's when you have a team that, I mean, they've had. You look at that roster. It's
Highs and lows,
pretty
man.
solid.
It's a solid roster. They just have highs and lows. It must be like a really emotionally based team because, like, you know, when they're playing good, they're playing amazing. When they're struggling, they are really struggling.
They'll jump in this next one here, see if Impact can keep this roll going against Aftermath, who needs to
Yeah.
fix some issues they're having here.
Impact with a good play call. They ran and shot to that Dorito corner mat, and because nobody rarely does that, he got out there alive. That gave him one more gun up alive, and now they're outside on that side, giving him an advantage. A lot of interesting play calls on this field so far, Matt. I like it.
Make the scouting for the coaches a little harder heading
Yeah,
into
I
day
mean,
two.
you can call 4 bunkers out of the break pretty much, but that 5th body, everyone's kind of doing different things with, and that kind of keeps it interesting.
Well, that was Brandon Cornell. So Brandon Cornell now moving up into D2 here for Edmonton Impact. 5-on-5 situation, though. Impact not able to get a ball to break on Aftermath at the start of this point. But Aftermath much more tucked in the pocket. It almost looks
hard
like,
pocket.
It looks like Aftermath's playing with the lead.
Well, and this is what they did really well last at World Cup, right? They stayed in the pocket, they stayed disciplined, they knew their shots, they knew their lanes, they communicated well, and they just outlasted the other teams. Like, they were the Rocks of Gibraltar, right? All the other teams were breaking on them, and they'd end up with 1 guy or 2 guys left alive, and they'd win that point. And if they're going to come back in this match, they might have to play that same style of paintball.
A couple repositions here for Aftermath, but the offense is coming from Impact. Impact is all the way up and but Brandon Cornell getting pinched out of that spot. Didn't really see him die in positions like that often. Oh, and then looks like another body coming off as Nick Laval runs into a ball.
Yes.
So
I think it's this lay down in here, Matty, just shooting that cross shot. I think you got both of those
I
guys.
think that's Grayson Gladstone. So Grayson doing some work out there, and then once they see those 2 bodies come off, Aftermath
that.
launches an attack, trying to stay in this game.
I love the fact that he gets those 2 kills, or at least sees those 2 kills and immediately reacts like, okay, I understand what's going on now. I'm going to apply more pressure. Impact down to just 2 players left alive, the snake corner and the snake wing. Now the snake insert with, I believe, Mikey Arena. Arena's looking inside.
Yeah, going to need some low body heroics. Last couple bodies out there for Impact, all on one side of the field. That's not a good sign.
Nope. Especially when the center of this field is wide open when it comes to closing out, when there's only one tape or the other.
Yeah, Aftermath repositioning. 2 bodies attacking in the snake, 1 in the center, and then 2 bodies over here in the Doritos.
Looks
So
like
it's a 5-on-2.
JC's in the corner for Impact and can't even get his gun up because he's got so much pressure on him.
You just have to.
He's trying to figure out where he can go to get his gun up. Now he's sitting down low, gun up in the air, just trying to figure out.
In these situations, you got to smother people. And Mike Urena going to get shot out. That was very nice of, is that Castro? Who's that? No. Still, just, that's a solid point. Good containment. Brandon gets into that spot. They shoot Brandon. Then the containment comes and they don't let Laval fill. Then that whole side's completely blown open. What would you do? Hit the deck, crawl up, put 2 bodies that way, 1 in the middle, and then just smother the last 2.
I think if you allow Aftermath to play that style of paintball, that's where they really thrive right now, and that's what they do really, really well. And you got to try to figure out how to take that away from them.
So here was the first kill on Cornell. So Cornell just a little bit too far off his bunker.
Sloppy death.
And Ian just, look at, he's frustrated. He knows he doesn't normally get shot that way. And then as we pan off, you could see Laval get pinched in, and this was the close. So you see JC, there's nothing JC could do in that.
No, he
as you
couldn't
were
even
saying,
get his gun up.
there was so
Couldn't
much
even gunfight.
pressure, he could not even gunfight, or he would just be going right out into a ball. So he was just trying to stay alive and hope maybe Urena could put a ball on somebody. But beautiful point from Aftermath.
Let's see if Houston Heat gives us any little jewels here before the breakout. MLKings, 2 in the back center. Snake insert, Dorito corner, and Snake Temple. 5-on-5, no advantage for either team.
Houston Heat playing aggressive again.
Yeah, all the way up in the Snake on the bottom side, Tower on the top
I
side.
like that inside out run, Rich.
I do too.
That guy's made it so often, particularly from the blue side. They are going to be losing Ryan Moorhead, so a little bit of glimpse of some goodness or something good happening for the MLKings. As if you just tuned in, they have not put a point on the board. Also, if you're just joining us on your social media, head on over to gosports.com. and watch the best players on planet Earth throw down here at the first NXL event of the year here in Major League Paintball. And we need your help, man. We're trying to build the best show we possibly can for all the paintball fans out there, but without your support as subscribers, we can't do it. So head on over to gosports.com and sign up. We got documentaries, shows, and the best players in the world throwing down. 8 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. Houston Heat still in the driver's seat, but the MLKings did get that early kill on Moorhead, even though Heat's playing offense still, man.
Yeah, and honestly, I hate this play call for MLKings. They got 4 guys in this little pocket over here on the Snake side. Only 1 guy on the Drio side. He's on an island all by himself. They're down on points, and they look like they're playing really, really heavy defense, right? Down by 3, and they got just now getting into the Snake. Houston Heat's just going to sit back, communicate, look for an opportunity for MLKings to make a mistake, win a couple gunfights, and try to get back in this match. If not, just burn it off as much time as they can with their 3-minute lead. See if Ronnie picks up on the fact that they're crawling into his mirror. Nope,
Yeah,
good little battle here.
Battle going down in the Snake. MLKings on your left, Houston Heat on your right. Ronnie Dizon's checking off on the inside. Does not know that this body is right on the other side of him.
See which one shoots his gun and kind of alerts the other guy that he's there. Oh, no, he heard Ronnie.
Oh, Josh comes through. He's going to get 1. Chad George, though, trying to protect Ronnie.
Yeah, Chad was right there, and Chad repositions immediately. Redevelops from that back temple into the front Dorito. Now he'll go into that wing. Great move from him. MLKings now lose their player on the drill side too as well, Matt.
And they're back center.
And they're back. It's at 4-on-2 now. Harris with a great move into the Snake. Harris gets in there well. He's nice and he's clean. That was a great move from him.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to get his gun up as quickly as he can, though.
Yeah, he leapfrogged Peterson. Peterson trying to put paint on that opposite side because that side's completely blown open. He gets shot, so now it's just Harris trying to turn the tables here, and he's going to trade out. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Well,
if anything, Chad George should got a penalty there.
Well, I would like to see the replay on that, but he might have just missed him.
Hey, minor here on Heat.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it looks like Chad George is going to be getting the penalty.
Yeah. And the only reason the only reason it's a minor is because he missed him.
The refs are figuring out right now. Let's listen in. Yeah, so it looked like Harris thought the penalty was on him, which he does get penalties, so I can see that.
Once or twice in an event, he'll get a bad penalty.
But we have mics all over the place, so it sounded like the refs had correctly identified.
Did you put that mic in the porta potty? That was weird.
Nah, it's not.
Like that's
I don't.
not
That's
cool.
something else.
I think the audio guys are getting a
up.
little carried away because we do have mics everywhere, but it's just too much. I need some privacy.
So people do different jobs. I'm not the set the mics up guy.
Okay.
Good job, guys. Way to go.
But whoever did do that job did a great job.
Yeah, keep up the good work.
Everybody on the coach.
We hear you. We hear you.
Okay, we're in the pits with Heat right now. Let's listen in.
Mish here then? And then Dylan?
Because the backhand will be rolled down on me. So this should go
Or does Mish, you want to go here? Mish, you have to just...
No, I'm just letting you know that good.
Good job, man. Close in the corner, you shoot. Take your time.
Michel, смотри, они бегут на нее. Если ты вот сюда, ему пизда, у него прям по-хорошему.
Hey, you...
Is it Axel?
So let's get a look at this replay here. So here's Harris Hussein, desperation run. As he comes through, yeah, gets the drop in on Chad, points at him, say, hey, penalty. Don't even know if Chad actually put a ball on him or not.
No, he missed him.
Yeah.
Or it looks like maybe he bounced his arm because he did look
So
at his arm.
Chad sees him. It looks like as Chad popped the top that he might have got a glimpse on him. No, he didn't. As Chad was checking off on the inside, so Harris did get the drop on Chad George. We heard the referee confirm the penalty on Houston Heat. Don't know if there was a body to pull, and I didn't see a point go on the board for MLKings. So they're figuring that out. We're back in the pits here with Coach Ryan Smith and Houston Heat.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Harris got a minor for talking.
Okay, I remember, guys, when that.
But that's supposed to be a major thing.
They're working on it right now. But right now, we have a minor and they have a minor. Okay. They're gonna let us know. I don't think anyone.
Well, there it is. Minors on both of them.
Double minor.
Aftermath down by 1 to Impact here. With still 9:14 to go. A lot of time on the
Oh,
clock.
he got shot over the top of the beam.
Yeah, Impact going all the way to the Snake off the break. Looks like he's clean as Aftermath losing Castro trying to get into the Snake off the break.
Yeah, Castro got in there alive, Matt. He just caught one over the top of the beam. You got to kind of crawl tight into that beam to keep those cross guys from dropping that paint in over you. Impact 3 across the back. Snake insert.
And Snake.
And and Snake wing.
Yeah, he's all the way up into that. Yeah, it's Mikey Arena. So Mikey in a really good spot. He's going to get another body in to help him out. So a double stack of attackers in the Snake on the top side here for Edmonton Impact.
And Mikey Arena is right where you want Mikey Arena to be. He can just wrap on the outside of that wing from the top side and put pressure on the 2 guys in the back center, both of the little temples. He can literally kill all 4 guys from his position.
Yeah, and Aftermath is not really in a position to counter that.
Yeah.
There's no one to run him down. There's no one outside wide to give him any trouble. It's just going to allow Mikey a lot of freedom. And they have a lead, so this would be a good time for Mikey to maybe show a little bit of patience, let the play develop, maybe let another body get into the snake on the opposite side of the field, draw a little of that pressure, and then close.
Yep.
Then get that 3-pack close. Or just wrap around and start getting kills, whatever. You know?
Whatever. I mean, I'm not going to criticize. I'm not critical.
No, Mikey's he's doing good in there, man. He's looking inside right now, communicating back to his guys what he's seeing cross field. Body drops from the middle. It's going to give him a little bit more freedom to wrap.
Well, the big debate is if that guy's up in that wing wrapping, do you just concede and stay inside and try to win a gunfight, or do you try to fight and get outside and try to cancel him out?
Well, Aftermath has launched and get outside wide, but Mikey's now on their side, and another body has just dropped for Aftermath, and yeah, it's a 4-on-1, so 5-on-1 actually. Now 4-on-1, now 4-on-none. So Impact going to extend their lead. 3-1 will be the score.
Impacto.
7:22 to go. And it's also interesting is from a scoutability standpoint for Impact is Dave is doing a real good job of kind of spreading the guys around different spots. You know, so you got a situation as Harris Hussein is just losing his mind over here yelling at one of the referees.
At Jason. That always goes well.
Harris Hussein yelling at the that never happens.
It's the first time. It's the first time. Something must have gone wrong.
I was being sarcastic.
I
don't know if I laid
okay.
it on thick enough. But yeah, Impact. So Joe, our expert replay guy, said
Thanks, Joe.
Might rack up another one here. So let's get a look, and I couldn't quite hear what he was saying, but okay, so we got our inbox replay. So you're looking at Harris from 2 different angles. And look at where Chad gets hit. Harris is still clean. Chad hit right there, yeah, on his arm. I just can't see if Harris got hit. Harris didn't really look
like
he had hits, and then he got a talking penalty, but for what? Talking, if he wasn't hit, not sure.
I
But
think that was just a Harris Hussein penalty.
I mean, you can get a penalty if you're mouthing off to the refs while you're alive, too. You know, you don't have to be.
I said a Harris Hussein had penalty.
Back center.
Both teams starting with 4. If you're wondering what happened on the break, nothing. This is a penalty from the previous point, so both teams didn't have a person to pull, so both teams lost a player.
Yeah,
now starting with 4.
But Rich, the issue here for MLKings is it's 4-0.
They have no offense,
yeah,
right?
They don't have any offense.
And their answer to no offense is hiding in the back. Like
That's not working.
And this field, like very early, I think most of the teams determined that being aggressive paid off on this field. Like if you had to choose a way to play, passive or aggressive.
Well, and I look at their roster, and they have wheels. They have aggressive guys. They're talking about MLKings.
Yeah, they got athleticism, they got speed, they got brains. I mean, whether it's skinny Peterson or fat Peterson, that guy can go.
Yeah, Rodriguez has wheels. Donaldson has wheels. Navarro.
Kyle Berry
they're
has,
all
yeah.
fast.
Everybody but Harris is fast on that team.
Yeah, that might be it. It might be a strategy situation for them, but whatever it is, they have not put a point on the board here at the Las Vegas Major.
Maybe
yet.
they're just trying to build everybody's confidence.
Well, here comes a couple bodies launching for Houston Heat up on the D side, actually, as the line getting whittled down. Peterson going to be taking the walk.
Yeah, again, if they're outside and you're inside the pocket and you're not looking that way, you're going to lose that point.
It's just Barry and Rodriguez, and then Barry's going to get shot, so just poor Elias over here as Chad George is crawling up. And a little desperation run up to D3. Nothing that Elias Rodriguez could do.
If nothing else, if I'm on the MLKings, I'm playing an aggressive game plan just because I want to go shoot some guys because I'm getting frustrated after, 2 matches of not scoring a 0 point. Like, I'm like, yeah, coach, that's a great plan. If you put me in, I'm going to go snake on the break and shoot as many people I can and die and walk off, right?
100%.
Let me tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this match.
Yeah, at a certain point, frustration would be setting in.
Yeah, you got to find a way to win, man. Rainy down there.
20 seconds to go before the start of this next one. Impact going to be on the red side. Aftermath, blue side. 2-point spread.
10 seconds.
Aftermath needs to pick it up, though. They dropped their first game against Aftershock. Impact put a win on the board barely against the Bears. But hey, win's a win.
Yeah, and obviously the Bears are playing amazing. They beat New York. I mean,
Running referee coming to check on one of the players here for Aftermath.
it's always scary.
Looks like he's good to go. Aftermath releases one of the bodies out from that back center to double up the mini wall.
I don't hate that because that guy's got a good shot on both. Like he can shut off the fill from that side and from this side from that bunker.
And with this mysterious bounce shot that apparently is
Raining
doing
in
some
back
damage.
center.
Yeah, it's not bad if you can get out of that back spot. Nice
The
move
sooner
here.
the better.
And Impact, I like these secondary aggressive pushes that Impact's throwing out. You know, they dive a body often from that D side, getting in, and then are also sending bodies up on the snake side, but they're doing it at different times.
Yeah.
So with the way that Dave is filtering in different bodies and strategy, it's gonna be harder to scout Impact right now. And they released up to the wedge too, so it's 3 bodies towards their Doritos side for Impact as Cornell's gonna get out wide, or maybe Reeser.
And Aftermath is just digging deeper into that pocket. They're down in there with the Lintas now.
And here comes JC.
Nice fill.
Yeah, cuts from the inside route to get into the snake, and he's just gonna kick up some dust. Dust trail's also gonna be a tell out here.
I was gonna say though, with nobody outside for Aftermath, JC can go right to that wing and just start assassinating people.
But that's the good thing that Impact's doing. It always uses the boxing metaphor. The jab sets up the overhand right, which sets up the hook.
Yep.
And that's what Impact's doing right now. They jab out D side, take some ground middle, and then throw the overhand right with JC to get into the snake, to get to the arguably the most crucial spot on the field, which is this wedge.
And he just shoots 3 people when he gets there.
There you go. Worked out perfect.
Yep. Aftermath down to just 2.
Just like they drew it up, Rich.
JC knows his kill 3 because he shot all 3 guys, watched them walk off.
But it's one thing to draw the
Kill
plan
4.
up. It's another thing to execute.
That's the hard thing. A lot of times in practice with New York, we'll have a play and we'll play it 5 or 6 points and we'll win, you know, a good amount of those points, but we won't ever execute that play perfectly, right? And that's kind of always our goal, is to just execute perfectly.
Nick Laval getting checked out by the ref. Look for the thumbs up. That means the point is good. So Impact, with 5:16 to go, gonna be 4-1 over Aftermath, and it's kind of a little bit of a head scratcher here for Aftermath too. So we're looking at the ML. Now Aftermath's got much better looks than the MLKings are having, but with how well Aftermath played at Cup, how much they've been training, I thought they'd come out and have some close games.
I'm surprised as well. But again, this field is really a different field than people are used to playing. And you can't go out and play your style of paintball, right? You got to go play the field you're playing. And I feel like Aftermath is trying to take what they learned worked really well for them in Cup and apply it to this layout. And it's just a completely different layout.
Houston Heat 1 point away from a Mercy Rule win. And that would be 2 shutout Mercy Rule losses for the MLKings if they can't summon the spirit right this second.
Kings I don't even think they have a chance to win at this point. They sat Harris Hussein, their best player. It's like almost like they've given up. They lose 1 on the break. Rodriguez is taking the walk. Second player's getting a check. It's possible they lost 2 on the break. Oh man, they got both guys trapped in the back center again, Matty. Kings have to figure out how to get out of that back center faster. They get out, luckily. But there's 4 players for the Kings, and they're all in this little pocket over here on this side again, Matt.
Right, and Ronnie Dizon is all
Ronnie
the way
Dizon's
on their
about to
side, and he did it
feasting.
from the Dorito side too. Now they know he's there. Dizon might have lost a gunfight. Yeah, so
Ronnie lucky he didn't get a penalty there.
yeah, not the best death for Ronnie, but
Sloppy gunfight.
they are up 5-0.
If he'd have looked inside too, he'd have got 2 kills.
Well, there's 5 minutes left. He could have just chilled there too.
Yeah, I mean, if you have your choice between, you know, chilling or getting 2 kills, you probably want 2 kills. But yeah,
I'm with you on the 2 kills, but they have a 5-point lead. There's 5 minutes left.
You know what's better than a 5-point lead, Matt? A 6-point lead. You know how you get that?
That's called a 6-point win, Rich.
It's still a 6-point lead, isn't it?
No, because the game's over.
Dropped another one. Dropped another one. Down to only 2. MLKings down to 2 players, both on the Snake side of the field. Snake can, and going forward. Oh, Ryan Moorhead gets caught going in.
Yeah,
he traded. Wow.
Wow, he traded on a one-hand dive.
I was gonna say on the jump shot.
Very athletic.
One-on-one, Matty? Possibly?
Yeah, in the chaos. Looks like Peterson's still alive, back corner bunker. No, 2 bodies left alive here for Heat. They got the wedge and the snake on the VIP side.
It's gonna make it hard for Kings to try to win that first point.
And also in the middle, too. So yeah, 2-on-1 situation.
As a
here.
team, oh yeah. I was gonna ask if a team had ever gone without scoring, but I think.
Yes, many times. So that is it. Coffin nail has been pounded home here for Houston Heat, as Chad Boucher was in the middle, and I believe that's Connor over there.
Skinny Peterson taking the walk.
No, it was Monville. Good job. Sam Monville and Chad Boucher.
The The rocks.
Holding it down to put the 6 point on the board, and that is a really rough day here for the MLKings. I foresee a long and frustrating team meeting for them.
I bet Harrison's got all the answers for him. He's going to figure it right out. Yeah, it's tough when you have a match where you don't score any points because nothing's working, right? If you have a few points that you do well, you can kind of build on that.
Well, and if you're Heat, okay, cool. This is great for our margin.
But not great for going forward.
Well, yeah, because they didn't really have anything they didn't have much to fix.
No
right?
adjustments, right?
Yeah, so they looked really good out there, and they had a little bit more to fix in the uprising game, but they looked really good there. So is Heat just look really good, or is the MLKings just having that many problems?
100%. Kind of like we were saying in the Shock Aftermath game. You know, is Shock playing good or is Aftermath struggling a little bit?
Yeah, so
there's a little bit of both.
Yeah, it was that little gunfight loss there from Ronnie. But look at this trade. Ryan Moorhead with the dive in, one-handed. Look at this. Sees him, and on the dive in, one-hands him.
Not only could I have not have made that dive that Ryan made, I could have shot that guy on the dive.
Hey.
Aftermath releasing to the top snake on the break. Matty losing one out of the back center. 4-on-5 advantage here for Impact.
Still 5:10 left to go here, Rich, in a 3-point spread.
Impact gets the Dorito corner. They got 4 across the back now. 1 in the little wing. Aftermath really got to get some offense going here, Matty. Cannot sit back and just shoot their guns and hope that Impact's going to make mistakes.
Well, and also Impact, look at their body language. They have a 3-point lead. There's 4:45 left to go. Really no hurry to go anywhere.
They look lazy. I agree.
That's not what I'm saying. But they look composed.
Good fill out
now,
that corner.
yeah, Mikey with the dig out.
Great fill out of back center. So now Impact is in the preferable 4 positions. You want to be the corners and the 2 temples. Out of back center, they got the little wing that shuts off the cross shot. So they're in 5 spots where they can play this whole match out if they want to. And now it's up to Aftermath to try to figure out where those bodies are and how to push into those bodies.
Comes another release for Impact. Ooh,
oh, Impact dropped 2.
No, Laval and Reeser taking a walk.
Somebody had a good line.
Good containment here from Aftermath.
I'm not even mad.
Well, they have a body at the wedge on on their Dorito side, on the VIP side. So I don't know if Impact was aware of that position. And then now Aftermath's going to dive a body. He's going to crawl all the way past Snake 2. Looks like he wants to get to that crucial wedge position, that Snake 3 spot. Here on your screen.
Yeah, he's got to play tight because if the little Dorito outside kind of crawls out, takes 2 steps out of his bunker, he can't shoot him. South Electric bunker though for Aftermath is trying to keep that little Dorito from wrapping.
Aftermath's trying to put it together here. Figure a way to close. Impact is trying to hold the line.
Yeah, Impact down to 3 bodies. Aftermath on their side of the field now.
We talked about closing through the middle and how that could be big. The Aftermath trying to do that right now is Impact really focusing on this wedge. And here comes, as he run the right route, he gets the first kill. Mikey is going to do damage control and stay alive. Great read and react here in a counterpunch, Mikey Arena.
Yeah, Mikey Arena with a great read and react there. Just got shot crossfield though in the back. Let's see if the refs catch him. Yep, they got him. Impact down to the last player left alive. He's in the D corner here.
It's Zupa. Now Zupa has been a hero, pulling off 1-on-5s, 1-on-4s before, so
well, there's a bunch of players walking off.
Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it this time. So Aftermath on the board again, now only down by 2 with probably around 222.
Making it interesting. Thank you, boys. Appreciate that.
Signs of life. Aftermath, and we will have 2 minutes in between points. The Houston Heat 6-0 Mercy Rule win. Coming up next, we got X Factor taking on AC Diesel.
That should be fun.
Infamous and Notorious. And we're in the pits here with Aftermath.
We're betting on this, and then we're coming with the secondary up the middle. Okay. You guys filter up once we get to those spots. Let's get a fucking kill off the break. It's X-Ball. Let's go.
We're sending it, guys.
I like that. They're sending it. I think they should start without a couple points again.
Yes, sir.
Before, but
Hey, you
now
too,
than never.
Good support, man.
Well, they got to send it, right?
Yeah.
So down by 2, 2:22 to go. Because on this layout, we really don't know what that number's going to be. How quick can you score a point out here? I'm sure in practice they've trained it, but until you're actually tournament field, tournament refs, tournament paint, tournament pressure, what does it actually look like? And the field is also a little undulating too, so
for
that
sure.
could add a couple
rolling the
seconds here or there.
Down, I was like, oh man, this feels way more uneven than it looks like. The brownish kind of makes it look all the same. It's like a camo field. It looks flat, but then you walk in, there's a gopher holes out there everywhere. Toughen you right up.
So you got Cody Woodruff, Zurich, flipping over to Edmonton Impact. Just going to try to hold the line, preserve this win. It'll be their second win of the day.
Or they might go hard and fast this point, just to because it's so unexpected.
Well, yeah, if you're impacted, you want to take a risk, throw a punch, make your opponent pause a bit, take a little time off.
Some play you might have to use later in the tournament. You want to see if you can execute it now. Good opportunity.
Yeah, Cornell, Reeser, Zupa, Zach. So it looks like they are going to hold up a little bit here. Edmonton Impact doubling up that Hertz. And then on a delay, Aftermath. Yeah, Aftermath took the insert bunker snake side. They're going to crawl in a snake. Definitely took some ground in the middle as well, too. Losing a body backhand, though, so 4-on-5 situation that bodes well for Edmonton Impact's chances to seal up this victory. Slight high body situation for Impact. They release up to the wall. And now going to crawl into the snake. Ooh, JC getting caught, though. Great zone control from that middle.
Yeah, he's up on the top snake. Got two of them, Matty.
Yeah, Zupa. Also, I don't think they knew that they had, I don't think Impact had any idea that they were that far up the field.
No, I don't think so. It might be cousin over there.
Yeah, kind of trapped in that middle, those three middle bunkers a little bit and being pinched. Not in a good position here for Impact. See if Zach can try to win a gunfight. And then now they're going to, Aftermath going to dive a body here, D side.
Aftermath's right back in this game, man.
Yeah, well, they still have 3 bodies to shoot.
He's inside, he's going to get that kill in the back center if he looks inside.
Cornell pumping paint towards that snake side, trying to keep him honest.
Says not to look inside.
Gladstone gets a shot in on Brandon. Brandon Cornell forced to take the walk.
That's why you get out of that back center.
Down to 1 minute and 10. This is going to get interesting here. Because depending on how long Aftermath takes to shoot Zach, they're going to commit. No penalties. So
see if they get that buzz.
Grayson's, yeah, they're still a little unsure of the count. Going to run with their guns up to make sure the field is clear. And then Sprinter hit the buzzer. So 55 seconds, 1-point match here, Rich.
Should be fun. Of course, it's tough to beat any team in 55 seconds. It's real tough to beat Impact in 55 seconds.
Indeed.
They're so athletic. They've got so many different looks. They're hard to scout. Super good at not getting penalties, not making mistakes. Aftermath has basically got to plan the perfect point. They've got to get a couple key kills on the break, release outside, get to those key spots, apply the pressure, and then close out all in 55 seconds. And it's hard to say, and it's even harder to do.
Tense moments in the pits right now. See if Aftermath has enough in the tank. Score this quick point, tie this game up, take it to overtime. Let's listen in.
Dave is
I'm gonna draw the guns.
If he's still alive, he's gonna put a pressure on it. You go.
Where am I starting from, though?
Who did the one?
Second one in.
So I'm, okay.
Let's go. We gotta go.
Second one in.
In the home?
Coach Wayne Woodruff, their owner of ASG Park. He's been doing a really good job coaching these kids up.
A minute 15 minutes.
So love these rocking the old school tiger stripes. Throwback camo pattern. So here we go. Aftermath going to bring some wheels out here. But yeah, like you're saying, it's tough because with Impact's been in this situation so many times. Yeah, layouts, they change and the angles are going to change, but this pressure doesn't change. The principle's the same. They're very experienced in these moments. So typically don't falter. So it's up to Aftermath to really make it happen right here.
Yep.
And maybe hope that Impact plays on, gets a penalty. That would help.
Yeah, X Factor, I mean, Aftermath has to have like the perfect breakout, but also Impact has to make a couple mistakes, right?
100%.
Yeah, if Impact just goes out and plays their pocket, doesn't make any mistakes, no matter how well Aftermath does on the breakout, they're probably not going to be able to get this point out here.
Dalton getting a spin, Trevor Reeser, Arena. They got some wheels out there.
I bet Dalton
Impact has some wheels.
Super confused with all the Doritos out there, like not knowing where to go.
Yeah, Zupa too. Yeah, this is kind of a fast lineup here for Impact.
They get outside to the snake insert and the Dorito corner. shoot 1 aftermath on the break, so 5-on-4 advantage here for Impact.
Look, we've talked about how good Impact's made a few mistakes here, there, and Aftermath's fought hard. That's why it's close. But I really like the strategy that Impact is employing.
Yeah.
I like the different game
Good
plans.
play calls, good rotation.
But even look, right, so they're up a point, they don't hide, they take ground, everyone lives, and then they get a kill. So things are looking really good for Impact.
Yeah, 5-on-3 advantage here, Maddie, for Impact.
But Aftermath has a chance here, and Aftermath's going to launch up the middle of the field. They also took ground early, and they are definitely in positions to launch an attack, but they have a lot of work to do to whittle these bodies out, as no one has been shot from Impact yet. They're going to get a release up the middle, and he gets diced up, so just full containment here from Impact. Still 5 alive. Now they launch their attack. They want to pad that margin a little bit. Dalton runs through. There goes Cornell, who's going to get there first, and they're going to get there with just 2 seconds to spare. Edmonton's Impact, just an absolutely perfect situation. Contain the aggression of, and Aftermath had a pretty solid game plan too. Just better execution from Impact.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the difference between the teams at this level. A lot of the individual players are not that far difference in skill sets, but overall in execution and a team executing, that's the highest level, man. You get 5 guys out there all able to execute their game plan. Hard to beat that.
So that's going to do it. Congratulations to both Heat and Impact. But X Factor and AC Diesel will take the field battle of Texan teams. And interesting year, as AC had a rough one last year, only made 1 Sunday with that superstar roster, so we're expecting a lot out of them. X Factor, one of the best teams in the world last year. Infamous also looked real solid last year. It's been a while since they've won. And then Notorious, some change in their roster. See what they got. It's all going down. Just a few moments. 2024 NXL Las Vegas Major. I'm Matty Marshall here on Go Sports, and make sure, please, tune in. Go to GoSports.com. We need all the help we possibly can get. We're trying to bring you guys the best show possible and do our sport right and exhibit it to the world. We cannot do that without your help. Head to GoSports.com. Please subscribe. I'll see you guys in just a few.
I didn't get hit. I didn't get hit.